What if I told you that you could look like an elite gymnast possessing insane gravity-defying strength without spending 10 years suffering in a dungeon? Imagine pulling off a move that looks like a full planche in just 7 days without ever stepping foot in a gym or touching a single weight. Sounds too good to be true, like a total scam? It's not. This isn't magic, and it's not a camera trick. It is simple leverage and physics. Let's hack the system. Let's rip the Band-Aid off right now. Nobody actually cares how much you bench press, seriously. Watching a guy turn purple trying to hoist a metal bar off his chest isn't inspiring. It looks painful. It looks like a heart attack waiting to happen. Now compare that to a break dancer or a gymnast. They aren't walking around looking like inflated balloons or the human embodiment of a protein shake. But the moment they move, the moment they control their body in space, they command the entire room. That is the difference between fake bulk and real social status. Most people think the only alternative to the hamster wheel gym culture is becoming a calisthenics monk, spending 5 years conditioning your wrists just to hold a full planche for 3 seconds. That is a trap too. That is a luxury dream for people who don't have jobs. We are not doing that. We are here for the skill-to-effort ratio. This is the cold realization that changes everything. We only care about the skills that give you the maximum "how did you do that" reaction with the minimum amount of soul-crushing grind. Why spend an hour on a treadmill staring at a wall when you can spend 20 minutes learning to defy gravity? It is not about cheating the system, it is about being smarter than the crowd. While they are fighting over the squat rack and counting macros, you are turning the world into your playground. We are done training just to get tired. It is time to start training to show off. So you want the status without the decade of suffering. Welcome to the cheat code list. These are 4 skills that have the highest skill-to-effort ratio in existence. They look insane to the average person, but between you and me, they are practically parlor tricks. First up, the elbow lever. To the untrained eye, you look like a superhero floating in midair, defying the laws of physics. It looks like pure core strength. But here is the cold realization. You are literally just stabbing your own gut with your elbows. It's not muscle, it's structural support. Here is the trick. Place your hands on the ground, fingers pointing back toward your toes. Now jam your elbows deep into your obliques, basically your side abs, and lean forward. Trust gravity. At a certain point, your legs just float up because your upper body becomes the counterweight. You are essentially turning yourself into a human seesaw. It looks majestic, like you're mastering your chai, but in reality, you are just resting on your own bones. A word of advice though, this is a great party trick, but do not do this after a heavy meal. You will regret it. Number 2, the frog stand. This is the gateway drug to the planche. When people see this, they think you have wrists of steel and shoulders of iron. The truth? It is just balance. You are stacking your bones so your muscles don't have to do the work. Drop into a deep squat, place your hands on the floor, and stick your knees directly onto your triceps. Now just lean forward. Don't push, just lean. Keep leaning until your toes naturally lift off the ground. That's it, you are now balancing. While the guy at the gym is turning purple trying to bench press a small car, you are holding a pose that looks 10 times cooler and you are barely breaking a sweat. It is all about finding that tipping point. Third on the list is the L-sit. Okay, I will be brutally honest, this one actually sucks. It feels like you are holding your breath while walking past a dumpster on a hot day, but visually, it screams power. It makes you look like a statue carved out of granite. The secret isn't actually your abs, it is your shoulders. Most people try to lift their legs with their hip flexors and fail. Instead, think about pushing the floor away from you. Depress your shoulders down hard, lock your elbows, and just lift your knees. Even if you can't straighten your legs yet, a tucked L-sit still looks impressive. You will shake. You will vibrate like an old washing machine. That is normal. That is just your body wondering why you are doing this. But for the 10 seconds you hold it, you look unbreakable. Finally, the wall-assisted handstand. The freestanding handstand takes months of frustration and falling on your face. We don't have time for that yet. We want the visual payoff now. Find a wall. Walk your feet up it until your stomach is facing the wall. Get close. Tighten everything. To everyone else in the room, if they catch the right angle, you look like an elite gymnast with perfect control. You are getting all the benefits, the shoulder activation, the blood flow, the wow factor. But the wall is doing 80% of the stabilizing. And when your gym bro friend inevitably walks in, sees you upside down and asks, "Bro, what muscle group is that targeting?" You don't say shoulders, you don't say core. You look him dead in the eye and say, "I'm training the ego muscle." Because let's face it, that is the only one that really counts. Here is the cold, hard truth. Even though these are cheats, magic does not exist. You cannot just flop onto the floor like a fish out of water and expect applause. If your core is loose and your legs are flailing, you do not look like a calisthenics god, you look like a medical emergency. These skills take 7 days to learn, not 7 seconds. Show some self-respect. Tighten your core. Point your toes. If you're going to show off, do it right, but once you nail it, the payoff is huge. It is that split second of silence when you lift off the ground and everyone stops talking. That is the social currency we are after. It is an upgrade for your body that no machine can give you, just you and gravity. Now, if you want to turn these parlor tricks into real, raw strength, without stepping foot in a gym or waiting in line for a bench press, I have laid out the entire roadmap in the bio. It is the blueprint to go from trying not to fall to absolute control. Or you can keep guessing and waking up with random aches. The choice is yours. Drop a comment below. Which one of these moves are you going to use to impress your crush next week? Bonus points if you admit you face planted on the first try. Let's see who is actually brave enough to do this.